Hi everyone, this is going to be a little demo of my narrative toolkit for Unreal Engine 5. I really wanted to focus on the scalability of the dialogue box and the customization associated with that. It isn't perfect, but it is definitely a solid foundation if I wanted to expand on this in the future. So yeah, let's begin. So this is us in game, in editor. Walk over to this guy, press E to interact. So you can see we have simple text display, name display, and a flashing icon at the bottom saying press E to continue. You can see that the text does display kind of slow right now, so let's go and change that real quick. On the NPC base mannequin that I made over here in the NPC folder, you can see the BP base NPC. If we click on this guy, I added everything right directly into the level editor so that you wouldn't have to go digging through code to find out where to change that. So if you scroll down just a little bit, you can see text speed, and let's change this to something like 0.015. It's as small as it is right now because I haven't scaled anything by delta time. So right now it's all functioning off of frame rates, I believe. But yeah, so we could also change right in here the dialogue that is presented. It just runs through an index. So initially the dialogue, the index 0 has 3 array items. These elements are the opening dialogue. Index 1 is what it moves to, so it moves to the next index on completion of these 3 array elements. When it moves to these indexes, then you have 2 options here. This is the looping text that I have. When the quest completion condition hasn't been met, this is what would loop around here, and this sets the next index back to the same one. That way this text would just loop in case you haven't gone on to the next one, or in case you haven't found the thing that Sir Pablo is looking for. So yeah, you can also change this NPC's name. So he's Sir Pablo the 8th right now. Let's just say I want to name him Ken. And you can also change his dialogue box color. So let's say you don't like the purple, you go for something like more of like a teal. How's that? You could also set the notification description once the text ends in this little default thing. So now that he's no longer Sir Pablo, let's go and edit that, and we'll say Ken's box. Find Ken's box. All right. With all that set. Hey there, Wanderer. Much faster, much snappier. Can you please find my sci-fi box? I left it somewhere in the back right of this prototype area. Alright, well, let's go find his box. Okay, current objective, find Ken's box. Awesome. Go over here. Oh, wow. There's a little quest objective where if you're within 15 meters of that, it'll appear and show you where exactly the objective is that you're looking for. If you get close to the box, it'll destroy itself and ultimately get rid of that objective. In the future, I'd like to be able to destroy an actor or collect something and then reset the transform back to the base NPC and have the objective hovering over that, but unfortunately I did not have the time for this project length. Yes, my box. Thank you so much. This used to be my grandmother, believe it or not. So yeah, you return the box and the current objective appears again. Again, if I had more time, I would animate it so that it would strike through the text. So yeah, that strike through can be handled with the same code as the display text here, but instead of having nothing, it would have the full text and then run through the strike through text, which would be a separate entity that would just apply the strike through of the text to the full text, full display text that you want on the notification. So it would be the same code used a little differently. And let's say you don't want to get the box right away. Let's say that there's something that you want to do first, and then I forget about the box. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't remember where it is. Seems you haven't retrieved my box. Please go and look for it. My joints haven't been oiled in ages. Okay, so he wants us to go look for his box. Find Ken's box, right? So let's go take a look. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there it is. Some other customization things that we can do. If we click on this objective marker, which is named Marler, in the Narrative Toolkit folder, you can open up that widget. And I was having trouble exposing this on spawn. However, it is just one item that the user will have to interact with, and that's just the tint or the color and opacity. I prefer using the color and opacity just because I feel like it's more all-encompassing. Because the initial color was white on these, you can change the color of this widget asset to any linear color that you want in editor. So if you go back to the content drawer and you go to your WPP notification, go to the designer, let's say, yeah, notification icon. So right now this isn't visible because of an animation that I have playing. Again, in the future these would be exposed on spawn, but I just want to show the ease of being able to edit them once the color picker would be in the level editor of the engine. So if we go to color and opacity again, and let's say I want this to be more like a muted yellow. Yeah, right there. So if I compile that, I go back to the map, and I hit play. Hey there, Wanderer. Sure thing. Alright, so now that's a muted yellow. Text is all the same. And of course, this is now orange as well. So we have those editable. Another cool thing that I did with the blueprint actor is right up top, you'll see in default the waypoint reveal. So this sets how many meters away from the player the waypoint will reveal itself. So let's set this something to more like 20. So you want a wider radius for that to appear. We'll enter this dialogue again with Ken. Cool. Find Ken's box. Alright. And now 20 meters away, this will instantiate itself and set itself to be visible so that you can see it from 20 meters away. So yeah, the quest end condition does depend on your project specifically. So that isn't something that I can, set up for every user now. It is something that the end user is going to have to be able to set up. So I didn't stress too much about that, but I think finding more clever ways to handle that in the future would be something worthwhile to explore. That's about it. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than it appears, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this project, and it's really laid a very strong foundation for me to be able to continue with this into the future and make something that I can be really proud of. So yeah, thanks for watching.